Yo, what's up guys? This video is mainly about teaching you all how to use the Premiere Pro interface as well as the basic command. So sorry, last time I didn't really teach very well because I got a lot of exam. Then I was late for the exam for 1 hour and anyways, that's okay. The week when I was teaching Premiere Pro, I realized I wasn't at my best condition. Okay, no worries. So let's do a video instead. Alright, so let's come to the Premiere Pro. So I'm recording on Zoom also. Okay, so when you turn on Premiere Pro, right? See, wow, so pro, yeah. Got new project, open project, and everything. So when we are new, right, we want to create some, some project. We just go to new project. Okay, then they ask you what you want to name it. Just say like I love PS. That's right. Everybody read it. Oh, what the? Okay, who named this? Never mind. Okay, so let's say you want to save under down. Okay, never mind. Let's go to desktop. Then maybe can save my file. Yeah. Okay, so maybe let's just save here. Alright, so the name is I love PS. Then you store at your location you want in your computer. Alright, let's just click OK. So we are A-OK. Alright, so next, when you come to Premiere Pro, there's a lot of like interfaces. You see, wow, learning, assembly, editing. When you just first downloaded Premiere Pro, right, and you manage to like purchase the Premiere Pro, there'll be a lot of, I think they will lead you to learning interface. Yeah, so learning is actually like they'll teach you like all the Premiere Pro tutorial of like, how to set up the basic and stuff. So actually you can take a look at it. I think can be a bit useful for those like actual beginners. Okay, so the main for first starters, right, the main panel that we'll be using is assembly or editing. Usually you just go straight to editing, effects, and maybe graphics, and maybe a bit of captions. Alright. Colors is only after when you are more advanced and you want to do some like color grading effects. Alright, so let's take a look at assembly. So assembly, we have this kind of interface. So okay, how about let's go straight to editing. Alright, so editing, right, you see that so many screens. I believe those that came from my class, you remember like which screen is what. Okay, so all these are your individual panels. This one is where you import all your files, all your folders from outside. This side, okay, this one will be your main editing panel. This will be what you'll be visualizing, what you'll be looking at after all the edits you have done. And this can be a small screen of your videos, or it can serve as a more advanced editing panel. You see, there's like audio mixer, there's text, essential graphics and stuff. Alright, so now let's teach you all how to do some proper file management. But first of all, let's learn how to import a project. So because you have no videos at all, no videos, how to edit? You need raw videos. So let's say I double click, and then let's see, where can I go?
One eternity later.
So let's just say I want to have, I have this video. Alright, so now this is the raw video you have. You want to edit it, okay? So, but then there are times where you have a lot of raw video. You see? Okay, so sometimes you yourself will be confused of like which video is belong to what. So what will I do is I will try to manage my file properly first. So what I do, I just go for new bin. So let's say I have project A. I just go for project. I just type project A, and then I save all the project A related stuff into my files, to my project A folder. Oh my god, why didn't the A appear? Rename. Alright, that's better. Okay, so next is project B. So let's say this is project B. There we go. Then you just drag inside. Alright. Or another way is once you have the project, you can double click. Then when you import the videos, you'll be import directly to the project itself. So let's say I have a lot of videos around. Yeah, you import directly to your project A folder. Okay, so on top you can also see like the overview of what it's kind of like a tab. When you open another thing, there will be another tab. See, there's a lot of tabs. So what happens if you have a lot of tabs, right? No worries. You can just go to here, double arrow here, click, and then you can go through all your tabs. So I want to go project A, then just straight away go project A. I go project B, I go project B. So the entire video project usually is named under project something. This one is the file name. Remember the very first time? Yeah. So this will lead you to your entire overview of this project. Okay, so this one is the icon. If you don't like icon, you can always switch your list. See? Yeah, then you can always color code your different folder. Wait, let me see. You can label, you see? I like green. You see? Everything becomes green already. Then it's much more clearer about what is what. Okay, so let's say I have music. I also go to, oh my god, I went to the wrong folder. Music. Let me go to the music demo. Alright, let's say I have this music. Then what I do is I also put a project. Name it music. Alright, they just plug it in, and there you go. See, you can see for each project what they have. Alright, so that is about file management. So next is about how you want to start to edit your stuff. So for this video, I'll be teaching about how to like the basic command and also the interface. Okay. So other advanced mechanism I will explain in another video. Alright. So let's say I have this project A. I want to edit this video. There's a few ways. So the more usual way, the more beginner way, what we do is we just click, drag to this and create a sequence. So sequence is like a tab. So let's say you want to have another tab and you don't want to interfere with this. You can go to another video, right click and new sequence from click. Right? So now each video has one tab. So whatever you do on this won't interfere with this. Okay? But sometimes what we do is we can just drag at the side and then we edit accordingly. Alright, so this is about how you drag the video in. Okay, so some basic commands. If you forgot everything is actually, most of the stuff is actually here, right here, just like Photoshop. Okay, so this is your select tool. This is a track select forward. You will need it when there's a lot of different kind of clip. Okay, this one, Ripple edit, not so much. Okay, you use this razor tool. This technically like a cut. And pen tool, not very often. And tag tool, yes. Okay, so selection tool. This one maybe when there's a lot of video, when there's a lot of clip. Okay, razor tool, last but not least, tag tool. Alright, so first and foremost, we want to separate this thing. So let's say I have this video. I gotta stop there. Okay, then I want to cut. There's a few ways to do a cut. The easiest way is press this, the razor tool, and then you see now my cursor is a razor. But you can't cut around here because there's nothing for you to cut. But then once you bring down here, okay, you see your razor can start to cut already. So you can just do all your cuts accordingly. Okay, so it means I'm making 4 cuts here already. Alright, but then if you want to very accurate cut at this part, you must be very careful when cut here. Yeah, something like that. Alright, so this is a cut tool, or alternatively, you can press the keyboard C. Alright, you see? Now my cursor becomes a razor tool cursor and then you can start to cut. Okay? Alright, so similar to all the other software, if you want to go like undo, just Ctrl Z, Command Z, and whatever, all the ZZZs. Alright, they go back to normal. Alright, so other than this, right, next important thing is selection tool. Because sometimes you want to drag, okay, let's say I want to drag this, the bar to the other side, to maybe at 145. I'll drag, shit, I cut it off. Oh shit, I cut again. Oh no. How to drag? So this time, you need to change to select tool, which is the selection tool. After you click, then you can drag accordingly, drag up, drag down, whatever it is. Alright? Okay, so what's it called? The shortcut for this is V. So let's say now my cursor is a Razor 2, it's a C. Then if you want to change to selection 2 very fast, just press V. See? It changed already. C, V, C, V, C, V. Alright? Very easy. Alright, so another thing about Razor 2, right? Another thing about cuts. If you press C and you want to cut at the specific timeline, it's pretty hard. Because sometimes, okay, let me zoom in. Okay, to zoom in, right, just drag here and there, alright? The smaller this bar is, the more zoom in it is, okay? So you need to zoom in very closely and cut, okay? But there are times that you just like miss out one frame, they cut like this, right? Then it's not accurate anymore, okay? So what personally I would do is, if I want to cut at a specific timeline, I will do Control K instead, or Command K for Mac users, alright? So let's try Control K, boom, it cuts, sui sui, very nice. Boom, it cuts. I don't need C anymore, I don't need to drag. Okay, so Command K is my go-to Razor tool. Alright? So that's about it. And also last but not least is your caption here, typing tool. So let's say I want to say, okay, by the way this guy is YB. I want to say maybe like RIP. So I can just go type 2 and go here and type RIP 1999 to 2021. Hey, che, don't kill me, YB. Alright, something like that. Okay, so you realize that once you have a type 2, there's a graphic on top, there's another bar on top. Okay, so if you delete it, then there's no more already. Okay, so for a shortcut for the type 2 is actually you press, okay, let's say I'm in V now, selection 2. Okay, the shortcut to do this is actually press T. See? Okay, let's say I go back V again, become this. Just press T. Then become a typing tool. So Yuan Ping Mim Lame. Alright. So then now you want to drag these words around. You can just easily type V. Oh sorry. You can just go to a selection tool. Okay, so for if you are in a typing mode, right, you can't change to C and V already because you are in a typing mode. So what you need to do is to go here, click, then go around, press anywhere you want, okay, paste it. You can drag, open, like enlarge or make it smaller. Very nice, very easy. Okay, let's go whatever you want. Alright, so this bar also shows that how long your what's it called? The text you want it there to be. Alright, so let's say you want it until here. You don't want to eat to a next frame. So what you do is you press your keyboard left and right key. So this is the left key, right key. Look at my time frame here. Left key, right key, left key, right key. Okay, I press another right, it's changed frame already. So meaning that this caption shouldn't exceed this timeline. So I can drag or like to increase or to decrease. Okay, so let's play again. See, something like that. Okay, but of course it's a bit choppy because I don't intend to do that in the first place. Alright, so that are the most basic one. So another thing is, okay, I haven't talked about the track forward tool. Okay, so about this. So let's say I've done a lot of cuts. Then I mess around here. Okay, then let's say I want to bring every single thing, like I want to drag. Okay, so you can drag individually, or if everything is in sync, you want to drag the whole thing, right? Sometimes very leceh, you see. Let's say behind got a lot of clips, right? Wow, it'll be damn mafan eh. I need to go all the way behind. Let's say a lot of cuts, cut here, cut there. Woo, woo, wee, wee, woo. Yay! Wow, it's very troublesome to drag the whole thing. So what this track forward tool does, right, is once you click and you click if it's not too complex and you click around here, right, you select everything from here onwards, and then you can press V and drag. Whee! Just like that. Sheesh! Alright. Okay. So another very important thing is about like dragging, like enlarging this bar, okay, the audio bar and the video bar. Okay, so this one can be very troublesome if you want to drag here. That's why we use a keyboard shortcut to help us. Alright, so let's try to press plus on your keyboard. See? You see, okay, press plus. Woo! 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 It enlarge. Then minus, it decrease. Like it becomes smaller. Alright, so this is especially important. So let's say suddenly I want to zoom into here. Wow, zoom in here. Wow, jialat, shit! Zoom in too much already. Zoom out again. Wow, zoom out too much. Zoom in again. It's very hard to control. See? But whereas if you have the keyboard tool, plus, 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 plus. Ah, okay, can't already. Minus, 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 minus. You see? It's pretty control. Like, it's pretty easy for you to control on how much you want to zoom in. Okay? So that's about the keyboard settings. Alright. Then let's say, wow, you got a lot of like. Okay, let's make some cuts around here. Let's say, wow, I got a lot of videos, yeah. You see? You automatically add. Okay, just like that. Alright, so another way, if you want to add on the video channel without interrupting, right, you can just go right click, add tracks. Then you add on already. Alright, so another thing I think I forgot to mention during the teaching itself, like the class itself, is you can lock all these files. So lock, right, means that you press C, you cannot cut at all. Okay, so this to like sometimes it's you have a lot of footage, then you only want to mess around with some footages, you can lock. This one can become in very handy, especially if you are doing with a very complex footage. Alright. Yep. Alright. Then if you want to hide, just hide this, you see? This one, no more eye, got eye, no more eye, got eye, no more eye. Just like that. Alright? So it happens sometimes. Let's say I delete everything. Sometimes when you accidentally turn off this, you drag. Oh wait, sorry, not this one. Turn off this. Then you drag. Eh? How come only got audio, yeah? Where's my video? It's because you accidentally turn off this thing. Okay? So now when you turn back on, there's video. Okay? So be very careful. Don't anyhow just deselect. Alright. Okay. So another thing, oh yeah, very important thing is to unlink. Okay, this one I will repeat again for another video. So let's say you want this video, you don't want this audio, I don't want this. Few ways to do. If you don't want the whole thing, just simply mute it. Then you can't hear any shit. Okay? Or another thing, if you want to replace with another audio, so let's say this part. See, I want to replace this footage with this audio. Okay? But the thing is, if I replace like this, right, you immediately replace everything. Okay? So what we can do is, we can press right click, unlink. Then you see now the audio and the video are unlinked. Here, press right click, unlink. Okay, now you can just drag and then this audio will be replaced. Alright, another way, shortcut to do is, you can press Command L. See? It's unlinked already. Command L is unlinked. Alright, then you can play around with your audio. Alright, another key thing to note is, you have to be careful of how you arrange your bars and panels. So let's say I'm not unlinked. Okay, let's say this thing is no longer unlinked. Okay, if you drag and then put on top of this footage, see at first is this.
Wait, fuck, I just did.
Then I replace, then put on top, right?
Wait, oh wait, fuck, I just did.
You see, it's suddenly become a new video. So the top part, you take priorities. So meaning that if you put anything on top, you covers up the bottom one. So be very careful on this. Okay, last but not least is actually to set your keyboard preference. So sometimes you don't want the plus, right? You see plus minus so far away. I want to be like, you know, I always play all the first person shooting and then WASD, the kind. I'm very like Wow, my left hand is at WASD. Whew. Alright, then you can go to Premiere Pro. Okay, different iMac and Windows I think are different. You can just go around this panel and find for keyboard shortcuts. Once you press right, you can actually adjust like what shortcut you want. So let's say let's say I want zoom in. See, zoom in now is currently A or equal, or is it or equal to plus. So let's say I change to F3. So I just delete A, then I insert F3. Oh my god, no, never mind. I insert I insert this extract, comma. Okay, yeah, like this. Then now, comma will become zoom in 2 also. Alright, so this is how you play around. You can just change. I prefer A. Alright, so my zoom in 2 is A. Then I just press OK. Then I press A, you see? Zoom in, zoom out. Alright. So yes, this is a simple interface of basic editing. So it's about cut, then stitch, and unlink, and also like to see how to import and how to manage your data well. Alright, so that's it for today's video. So the next video will be more of a advanced editing, like how do you apply effects and stuff. Alright, see you next time.